Hi, I'm Sophie and I play the cello.
Hi, I'm Kimia and I play the viola. Today we're going to talk about some musical terms. Most of these terms are in Italian, so we thought we could explain to you what they mean.
The topic of today is tempos. Now the tempo is the speed of the music, whether the notes are going fast or slow, and whether the beat is fast or slow.
Great. So the first of these terms is called adagio. Adagio means slow or moderately slow.
Yep.
And Sophie is going to play Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Stars, and she's going to show how that actually is heard when you say adagio. What does that mean? So can you play that?
Yep.
Sometimes adagio could also mean that the music has some sort of a sad mood, as you just heard. Cool. The next term is andante. Andante is also slow, but not as slow as adagio, and it could also be compared to the speed of walking. So let's hear it. Great. The next term is allegro. Allegro means moderately fast. So definitely faster than andante and adagio. Great.
Allegro can also mean lively or happy, depending on the piece.
Great, yeah. Next one is presto. Presto means very fast and very lively. Okay, the next term is ritardando, and there's also an abbreviation or short form of it, which is RIT with a dot. When you see that in the music, it means that you have to start and become gradually slower. So if you can show it. And the next term is accelerando, which is also shown as this abbreviation over here. Accelerando is the exact opposite of ritardando, which means that you have to go gradually faster. Great. Okay, that was our Italian terms.
Have fun using them and reading them in your music. Now we're going to explain some Italian terms to you about the mood or dynamics of the music. These words also correspond to how loud or soft the notes are. So our first term is forte. Forte means strong, so you want to use a nice, loud, strong tone. Our next dynamic is mezzo forte. Mezzo forte means medium strong, so it's a little less loudness and a little less strength than the last dynamic. Now we have fortissimo. Fortissimo means really strong. Wow, that was really strong in volume and in character. Let's see what our next dynamic is. It's piano. Now piano a lot of people think of as meaning soft, but it can also mean calm. Generally, it is a softer, quiet dynamic. That sounds so much more like a lullaby. Now we have mezzo piano. So like mezzo forte, this means medium calm, medium quiet, medium soft. So you can hear how that was a little louder than our piano dynamic. The next one is pianissimo. So this is a really soft dynamic. Awesome. Now we're going to show you a few words about how to change from one dynamic to another gradually. So our first one is crescendo, which you might see in your music as just C-R-E-S-C, crush. Now a crescendo also looks like this. So in a crescendo, you're going from a softer dynamic, like piano, to a louder dynamic, like mezzo forte or forte. Kimia, would you like to show us? Pretty exciting. Now our last dynamic that we're going to show you is diminuendo or decrescendo. Both of these words mean the same thing. It's going from louder to softer. In your music you might see dim, short for diminuendo, or you might see a decrescendo drawn out like this. So that's when you're going from a louder dynamic like mezzo forte or forte to something much softer like pianissimo. Wow, I could barely hear the end of that. Well, thanks again for tuning in. We hope you have fun changing both the volume and the character in your music. Hi, we're back. Now we're going to show you some terms that relate to using the bow. So the first term that we have here is pizzicato. Oftentimes you just see pizz in your music. Pizzicato is when you use your finger to pull the string instead of using the bow. Kimia will show you. Cool. Let's move on to our next term, arco. So arco, which you'll see in your music, actually written simply as this, is when you do use the bow. Nice. Our next musical term is staccato. Now staccato is a particular type of bow stroke that is short and on the string, and often you see a dot right over the note when the composer wants you to play staccato. So you can hear how short and articulate the stroke is. Now our next term is kind of the opposite. It's legato. Now legato means smooth and connected, so sometimes you see legato represented by a slur under the notes, and sometimes you also see it without a slur. So that's what notes sound like when they're legato with a slur. Now Kimia, can you show us what legato notes sound like without a slur? our last term for you is accent. Now, accents in music usually are shown with these little arrows either under or over the note. This just means that the note needs to pop out and be played louder than the other notes. Kimia will show you. Great, so you can hear in that scale how every other note had an accent on it. You can make an accent either with bow speed, going faster, or bow weight, how much weight is being put into the bow, or both. Have fun with these musical terms and have fun using your bow in various ways.